On Earth, there are 2.6 trillion pounds of waste. This includes food waste, furniture, cars, and many other items that could be saved. This waste destroys our ecosystems and upsets equilibrium in food chains. Food waste contributes to global warming as it releases methane, a greenhouse gas more harmful than carbon dioxide, into the atmosphere. Not only is food waste a huge loss in resources, but it is also a loss in the land, water, and other materials that are used to grow food. As this food is wasted, it ruins all the hard work and supplies that were put into making food that was just going to end up rotting in a landfill. Worst of all, according to the United Nations, 1 in 9 people don't have enough food, amounting to 821 million people out of the global population. All this food that is wasted could help those hundreds of millions of people who are struggling to put food on their table. While some waste, such as plastic, is hard to get rid of, there are many ways companies have been able to reduce other waste that shouldn't be in landfills in the first place. One example of helping others to get rid of trash is an app called Nextdoor. This app allows you to list items that you don't need anymore. Through Nextdoor, you can list items and people who wish to purchase the item can message you. Items can be put on the app for free or for a price. In a socially and racially divided country in need of showing empathy for others, Nextdoor is helping to connect neighbors and communities through the power of giving. Another example of reducing waste is an online grocery store called Misfit Market. This online grocery store sells ugly food for a reduced price. Ugly food is food that has blemishes or miscoloring and doesn't look perfect. About half of the food that is grown on farms is thrown away for not having ideal qualities. Through Misfit Market, you can pick produce and pantry items that will be shipped in your customized recyclable box. This box can come each month, or whatever time period you choose. Through affordable and easy produce and pantry shopping, Misfit Market is directly addressing the amount of food that is wasted for its imperfect qualities. These two services allow people to spread empathy and save the produce and household items that would typically end up rotting in landfills. These services are budget friendly and accessible to everyone, as all you need for it is a phone. Overall, waste such as produce and home items are easy to prevent through companies like Nextdoor and Misfit Market. To learn more, visit nextdoor.com and misfitsmarket.com.
Food waste is a phenomenon where people buy more food than they actually need. But this is not the only driving factor behind food waste, as it is also caused by grocery stores not donating unused food for fear of lawsuits. This is actually false, as there is a law protecting against donating unused food. Another reason behind food waste is that farmers only pick food that looks perfectly uniform. This means that a ton of really good food goes to waste, and 40% of food is wasted. However, this does not mean that this only affects us humans. People are making more and more farms and cutting down trees, and those trees are home for little animals. And so that reduces ecosystem biodiversity, the number of animals in a community. Also, food waste affects climate change because usually the wasted food will just decompose on its own and it'll just be fine, but the food is usually buried and cut off from the air. This means that food produces methane, which is a really harmful greenhouse gas. Food waste contributes to climate change, accounting for 8% of global greenhouse gas emissions. And then you have the fact that your food is processed and sent all over the world in huge maps like this one. I'm not going to explain it because that would take all day. In the end, food waste is terrible and it hurts people and our planet. It hurts people because a ton of people are in poverty. People have been wanting food, and food waste has been around since before slavery. However, it did not start becoming a problem until industrialization, where people really needed that food, but factory owners and rich people were wasting tons of their food, and it's become a major problem. So, I hope that this has helped you be educated in the problems of food waste.
Food waste. What is it? Food waste is all the food you or someone else did not eat. Where does all that food go? Sadly, it all goes to landfills. Even healthy plants and delicious leftovers are in landfills. That's not even the worst part. The reason landfills are so bad is because usually any food waste would be broken down and turned into nutrients for plants by decomposers. However, there are no decomposers in landfills, so the food that doesn't get broken down is turned into methane, which causes greenhouse gases, which is the main thing that's causing global warming. Even at West End Secondary School, we waste food every day. All of the cafeteria food students do not eat or finish goes to landfills. Some of those lunches that are prepared for students won't ever get eaten. Luckily, there are multiple solutions for stopping food waste that we all can do. For example, only put food on your plate if you know you're going to eat it. Sometimes people may put lots of food on their plate only to throw it all out later. Another way to stop food waste is to not be so picky in supermarkets. Whether a carrot is shaped perfectly and looks amazing doesn't mean it will taste any different compared to a deformed or weirdly shaped carrot. All of the deformed fruits and vegetables people think are bad go straight to landfills. Farming is something everyone takes for granted, which is why food waste is such a problem. A farmer works hard to grow fruits and vegetables, only for some of them to be thrown out before they are eaten or bought. Since people are so picky with choosing food, farmers will also throw away deformed fruits and vegetables because they know they won't get bought. Thanks for listening. I'm Avery Fury.